Good evening and welcome to Here's the Life with Zemrah and Ed right here at IntellectualRadio.com. And as I said earlier today, we are always so excited and so elated to have none other than Ms Pamela Wilks joining us. Yay!
It's always wonderful to be in the house.
Yes, always a great conversation when we have her with us.
Yes, indeed.
Just to say a little bit, of course, that was My Love Is Possible playing, written by me. And another thing that I always love sharing is, of course, Pam is my co-writer. We just do well together as far as thoughts and writing. She come up with a lot of great lyrics, and I come up with the tunes. So make sure that you like us on Facebook. Please share this. This is like part two. Last week, Ed and I talked a lot about why do you think the way you do and make the decisions that you make. And this week, we're doing a part two dealing with relationships and why are people not sincere. And as the young people say, they come off very fake. So we're going to talk a lot about being open and honest and being real with life and being real with the decisions that you make. And why is it that people have to lie to make a point? Or we're just going to talk a lot about it pays to be honest and open and be real. And that's what we're going to share a lot. But make sure you like us on Facebook. Go to Spotify, Pandora, all the streamings, and pick up Love Is Possible. It's a great CD. I love it. So we're going to have this conversation, a real conversation. And so we're going to ask Pam to share with us some of her um, ideas and some of her feelings, more or less, on Pam, why do you think that people say things that they don't mean? They, um, how can I put it? They lie. We're just going when we say being honest and open and straight up, their intent is not good. And so when we talk about making good decisions for yourself, and why do you think that people just, and we always want to say, like you always say, people do better if they know better. But what about people knowing and their intentions are still to hurt one's feelings or to deceive? And why do we do that? And especially, I always say that we have a problem doing that to each other. And that really and truly bothers me.
When you say we, are you talking about
I'm
women to
saying
women
we,
or
I'm saying
black
just
people
we
to
as a
black people
people.
or people
Yeah,
in
I'm
general?
saying people, period.
Well,
But
yeah.
we as a people really tend to do a lot of that to each other. And why do we do that? I just don't know.
Well, we as a people, there's a certain dynamic about we as a people, why we do what we do, not making any excuses or anything like that. We do understand that we as a people have gone through some challenges that other nationalities have not gone through. And we're living in a time where we are able to explain why we are the way that we are because of slavery, because of the things that we have had to go through after slavery. So that's a dynamic that Black people have gone through that other groups of folks don't understand. And I mean, some of us don't even
No.
understand. But as a rule, as human beings, I think one of the reasons that people do what they do a lot of times is because they don't do a self analysis.
Okay, I can go
I,
with
I,
that.
I think that people are sometimes fearful of finding out the truth about who they really are. A
Exactly.
lot of times people don't even realize. You use the word intent. I think a lot of people don't realize that they do things to hurt other people. They don't realize that what they say or what they do would hurt people. They don't reflect. And so they're more apt to just say anything. And it's up to the person who they're saying it to let them know what they've done. I always say that I think I come from a position of love, but that's me saying that. I'm always the same.
He's a love child.
I really am. But would you believe that there are people who don't like me? Oh my God, what is wrong with them? But so I don't put that on me.
Right. Oh yeah, that would be that would absolutely
Yeah.
be a problem of theirs.
Yeah. So
Anybody that doesn't like you,
Oh,
that is
so
an issue.
yeah.
I couldn't imagine
And that's
that.
the exactly the attitude you should have.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's a great attitude to have.
Their problem.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not just me, it's anyone who is secure in who they are, who do their best to be the best person that they can be. And if you find that there are individuals who don't understand that, then that's a problem that they have, and you should not put that on you.
Absolutely.
Especially if you know and understand yourself. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't do that. So they lie to camouflage.
Okay.
They lie to get by, to get away.
Mm-hmm.
And they think that that's what they're doing. But in essence, they're really not, because whatever you send out, of course, comes back.
Absolutely.
And that happens whether you believe it or not.
Well, that's why we say
So,
karma
yes.
can be something to have to reckon with.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. So I just think that one of the most important things in anything, in any relationship, is to be honest, is to be open, is to say what you feel, and mean what you say. Sometimes the truth hurts, but I think a lot of times if you just say what it is that you feel, and then understand that there may be consequences to that.
Well,
You know.
there may be a problem with that because everyone don't know how to say what they feel.
Mm.
They really have to study to order to say something to be effective. Effective means I'm gonna say something in a way that you will actually listen to. If your tone isn't right, the time is not right, say it the wrong way, you are wasting your breath if they're falling on deaf ears.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
you have
That's
not
so
set
true.
the stage for these people. And what you have to first do is identify who you are. We are survivors of the greatest Holocaust on the planet. And we have to accept that and honor that and understand that this is who we are dealing with. We are dealing from children of the fall who are starting to realize who they really are, but they don't know yet. So that we grappling around in the dark, trying to self identify ourselves and try to do some self analysis and some self psychosis, trying to get our psychology right because we have post traumatic slave syndrome that needs to be treated. And until you get to the point where you understand that, what we do is we find a little knowledge and we try to treat somebody else automatically. As soon as we get a little knowledge, we start wanting to tell everybody else. But you should look at yourself
Right.
because the world gets better when you get better.
That's right.
I totally agree
That's
with
right.
that.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. And that's why I stay with self-analysis. You have to sort of take time to look at what it is about you, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, who makes you happy. Are you happy? I mean, do you realize that a lot of people don't even
Most
deal with
people,
that? They don't deal with
most people are not
joy
happy.
and
They don't
happiness.
even pose that question to themselves. Well,
Yeah.
they already know the answer. I haven't been happy in years.
Wow.
Or I forgot what happy was.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a long time since I played like a
Right.
child and was really happy.
Right.
They don't remember.
Mhm. And that's one of the things that I think we should become a little more conscious of, even individually. I mean, if you could just, and I say this often too, if you could just recall a time, you don't have to tell anybody, if you could just recall a time that you've been happy, that you've laughed, or something made you feel good, and then you try to recreate that as often as you can. But that's for you to do. And it's not a responsibility of your husband, your wife, your children, your minister,
It has to
your
come from
mom or
within
your
you.
dad. It is for you to do, and for you to analyze for yourself. And that's one of the things that I don't think that we do. And I'm really saying as human beings, because in essence, we're all the same. I mean, we are all human beings, no matter what it is that we've gone through in life. The bottom line is, I'm a human, you're a human. I mean,
We all hurt
we
the
all,
same, we cry the
yes,
same, we
yes,
feel, yeah.
right. So
But
I think that's what we need to do.
but we've all been through different experiences,
Absolutely.
which kind of shapes our lives a little differently
Hmm.
and forms what we think and how we think about things and what we believe and what we don't believe in. So you have to bring that into the picture too, as to when you form who you are, because before you can heal anybody, you got to heal yourself.
Hmm.
And healing yourself is an ongoing, everyday, all of your life process. And every now and then you have to do self-analysis and evaluate yourself and make a change for the better.
And that's what Pam is saying. Evaluate yourself, and how many people really and truly take time to really
Because they don't really
do that.
They don't know that they really should. It's not a program that's been embedded in you since childbirth to say that you need to evolve. These are the steps you need to take, and this is the way you should mark your progress as to where you are. Are you who you hang with? What books do you read? Who are your friends?
Association
That's
is
right.
very important.
That's right.
So when you're talking about, well, my life's not going right, well, who you hanging out with?
Right.
What did you say you wanted to be as opposed to what you are now, and who you hanging with? And who are your friends? Do you have any friends? What is a friend?
Are
Now
you a
there
friend?
you right.
Are you
You
a
a
friend?
friend.
Right,
That's
because you can't
right.
have any friends.
Now,
unless
what is
Yeah.
your
unless you're one.
definition? What is your definition of friendship, Pam?
Oh, mine?
Yeah, and then I'll ask
Oh,
Ed.
wow. Well, I think a friend is someone who you can call on when things are good and bad. I think a friend is someone who, when you think about them when you're not around them, you feel good. You know, I'm a thing about feeling good,
Oh, yes.
you know. So anything that makes you feel good. So if you have a person in your life who you look forward to seeing different times when you do things with them, you all have a great time together. Someone who you feel support you and you can support
Support them.
them.
Absolutely.
You know, I think that's a
It's
good
a give and
friend.
take.
Someone you can depend on. And also a good friend. A good friend is someone who will tell you the truth. Tell you the truth. Even if it may hurt your feelings. And then they would give you that warmth that you need when they're telling you the truth.
Well,
I
most
think
of the
a good
Because
time,
they
friend.
know that what you're saying is not
Hmm.
deliberate to hurt them.
Right.
They know that they would know, if they're really a friend, they would know that you are being honest, but nothing to hurt.
Right.
well,
Right.
And you can feel that. So you
Mhm.
don't get offended or
Yeah.
any of that. You take it heed to it, really.
And even if you get offended, you know, you will then tell them how you feel. I know I've had a friend of mine, I've said something, and you know, I'm a talker. So I may say things that, you know, somebody may not particularly care for, but and I, you know, but they said that I hurt their feelings or they didn't quite agree with that or they didn't like the way that I said that. And I received it because of where it was coming from and from whom, you know.
Mhm.
So I think that that's one of the things that makes a good friend.
Yeah. And Ed, uh, what do you find makes a good friend?
tough. It's a tough one.
Yeah,
You got to chew on
that's
that
a
a little
man
bit.
for you.
Yeah, I'm saying from a
Uh,
man's point of view.
Hmm.
uh, a friend is someone who knows you very, very well and likes you anyway.
Mm. Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's what a friend is. Someone who really knows you and they hang out with you anyway. So, because we all got faults
Hmm.
and we all have fallen short of whatever, and we all got issues and irregularities and things like that, things we believe in. But someone who knows your soul and knows you mean well and knows that you're going to make mistakes and you're not going to always do what they want you to do, but you care about their existence. You care about their health and their well-being, whether they care about it or not. 'Cause they may be doing things to hurt themselves. And if you tell them the truth, it's going to hurt because the truth, most of the time, the truth does hurt, but a lie will kill you. So therefore, they tell you the truth first.
And a lie may not only kill you, but it will kill the relationship. A lie can kill a relationship, and that's very dangerous.
Well, a lie is like COVID-19; it spreads.
Yeah.
It has collateral damage. Children, relatives, it just goes all the way down the line.
It does.
It's like gossip. That's why I don't do it,
Yeah.
because it spreads like wildfire, and it has no basis in truth, and it kills people, and people don't realize that.
And it is like that, and that's a good that is a very 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 good quality. I'm glad that you brought that up as far as gossip, because it is not healthy, it is not good. And one thing that I will say for you is, if he wasn't present, you can't come and bring him or say anything, because he said, well, I didn't hear it. So if I didn't hear it, then
From the person.
yeah, but if he didn't hear it directly from the person, then it's like unacceptable.
It's hearsay.
It's hearsay.
It's,
That's a perfect word.
it's worthy of forgetting immediately.
Yeah,
That's my thing. I only have so much space in my head for
Yeah.
constructive things.
yeah.
So I have to be very selective as to what I put in it. So if it
And what you
has-
let remain.
So yeah, so if it has no value, immediate value right now, I discard it. So which means I'll forget you, what you said, who you said it about, and everything else. So you ask me later on, I'm like,
What?
I don't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and that's really good. That's
Yeah.
a very very good quality.
Right.
That's a quality
that's what
that
you
I
should
really
do with
respect and
all-
love.
You should do that with all garbage.
Oh yeah, toss it out.
Once it has served its purpose, you need to get rid of it.
Get rid of it. That's
Toss
right.
it out.
And that's including people too.
Mhm.
They need to go.
Yeah.
Those are hard decisions that you have to do as a man, and that's teach that to boys. There are certain decisions you don't like, and it probably hurt somebody. But if it's the truth, you need to do it anyway. You need to make that decision because somebody got to make it, and if you make it, stick by it. Otherwise, it wasn't worth making in the first place. If you're not going to stick to it. So once you decide to make a decision, live with it.
Yeah,
And if it's not the right one, make a different one next
There you
time.
go.
But don't apologize.
Yeah. That's right.
yeah.
Just do it. Make the decision and go on, because that's what people are going to judge you on. How consistent are you in your belief system? Because they watch you. Everyone's watching, and the main person that's watching you is you.
Yeah. Well, that's when and that's part of being open and honest.
Yes.
When you basically, because I always say, first and foremost, be honest with yourself. And when you're honest with yourself, then you can be honest with others. We're here at Intellectual Radio with Zemrah and Ed and Pamela Wilks. We're going to hear a little bit of from My Love Is Possible CD.
And you know it is.
My mister is sweet. My mister is kind. My mister is remarkably fine. My mister oozes confident, intelligent, and straight. My mister, I got to have you. My mister, you're all I need and more, baby. He's thoughtful, insightful, and faithful, so true. He always knows just what to do. Hey, that's my mister. That's my mister. I love him, adore him, my mister. That man of mine, my mister. He's so fine. I got to have you. I got to have you, darling. My mister.
That's my mister.
Hey, honey.
We're going to do something else with that one. because they're, I'm playing with it now. Because even when I recorded that, I was just getting over bronchitis, so I was like hoarse and all of that. But my Mister is from the lyrics is from Pam right there.
Who else?
Those
Oh,
lyrics
yes, I
for us,
love it. I
man.
love it.
But we're gonna do something else with that. The music is cool, but we're gonna do something else with that to add a little bit more sass to it. But we are gonna work on, and hopefully before the year is out, a video for my Mister. We've been
Oh,
talking
that'd be
about
great.
that. We're just kind of letting things just, but we got some things going on. That's gonna be real cool. I just got booked for uh, um, jazz and music on State Street for the
Mm.
29th of August at 6 o'clock. So I'm looking forward to that.
So we
Hermine had
live.
told me to check on that and apply for that, and I did. And
That- That's
the
gonna be a
lady that called me said she went on my YouTube and listened to my music, and she just loved it. So I
that's
was,
gonna be like a block party for artists. All of them down the
I wouldn't
street.
say a block party.
I'm talking about all of them down the street. It's gonna be different artists,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be the jazz portion.
Yeah, well, I don't know exactly. We got to find out. I go,
Yeah,
but it's
baby.
music on State Street, so that should be fun. It should be really cool. Yeah. So I want to make sure too that you know that we didn't get an opportunity to get Memnon Warrior um, back in because he's busy working it out, going to L.A. for his boxing match on the this coming Saturday, and it
who
will
is the
be
Memnon Warrior?
prepaid.
Who's the
Emmanuel Pugh, Memnon Warrior.
Yeah, I know that, but our audience don't know.
They know Memnon Warrior.
No, they
Emmanuel
don't.
got a lot of folks that follow him.
I got
Memnon Warrior, Emmanuel Pugh is going to be doing his boxing match on the 26th of this month, which is this Saturday at I believe 6 o'clock. But it's prepaid
and
pay per
who
view.
is he to you?
Oh, that's
Her
what you
grandson.
asking.
Her grandson.
Oh,
He tried.
that's my grandson.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and you can pay this. You can just go on pay. What is it?
Pay
what is
per view.
yeah
Pay-per-view.
yeah. So we're gonna
You're not
we're
a
gonna get
fighter, so
together
you
and
wouldn't
yeah, I don't know that, but all I know is
know. He's good.
he gonna be doing his thing. That's Memnom. So I look forward to checking him out on that. He's gonna put somebody to sleep.
Don't hurt
So
nobody.
we'll see. So anyway, great conversation. So when we talk about people and life, and people have to understand that again, we always say when you um, that you have life. That's why love. Here's the life. You embrace life, and life will certainly embrace you back. So how do people find themselves in a position where they're friendless? They don't really have friends. And what makes people not value having friendships? Where does that come from? Because you got a lot of people that I mean they don't, if they have a friend, because I always say that acquaintances are many, but friends are far and few. So when you do have a real genuine friendship, that's a gift that you really need to treasure and hold on to because it's far and few. But some people, well, that's where we come back into people. People are fake. So then
Well,
they
I
take
don't
the
know.
attitude that
I don't know
I
if
can
it's
do without.
necessarily fake because different people need different things, and
no, but they look at it like that.
yeah.
Well, people aren't real. They're not. And you get a lot of young people. People are fake. They're not real.
But
So
that's
why waste my
because
time?
again, you have to look at you. Are you friendly? Do you put yourself out to attract people? Because there is a thing called law of attraction. What you
Absolutely.
give, you receive. So if you find yourself, you don't have friends, you don't have associates, you're always hanging by yourself, then you look at that. But if that's what you want, if that's okay with you, then I mean, who is anyone else to say anything about it? I mean, you may be the kind of person that is a loner, but you may have one or two individuals that you enjoy being around, but you may not be a person who is social, and that's
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, you don't want to be the kind of person who is offensive to other people. I mean, just because you're the way that you are, that's great, but you may not have that kind of personality. Some people have a huge personality. They come into the room and they light up.
Like you.
Well, I think too that people who are like that, in my opinion, are very secure in themselves.
Oh,
They
wow.
they like this, right? They
Yeah.
just see, and then if there's a mirror there, they like this, right? So I'm just saying that there's some people who just aren't like that.
Well, do you think too that uh, it becomes a trust issue that they don't really and truly trust people?
Do you trust yourself? It keeps going back to you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, again, I say, I mean, some people may not want that, but you got to know that. And then you have to look at the person who is extra, who is all that in their own head. I mean, that's who they are. And then again, it goes to respect. And I just respect you the way that you are. Respect that. I may not agree. I may not be that way myself. But what do you see? See, you have to not go away from the kind of person you are. You have to be clear as to who you are. And it's an ongoing process, because you have people that come into your life. We were talking the other day,
Mhm.
for a reason and a season. So you have to see what that is, especially if things go awry. If something happens within a relationship, and it's not to your liking, man, what was that all about? What lesson do I need to learn? It's not
Mhm.
the other person. It's you. What do I have to learn? What happened with that? What part did I play? And
Mhm.
see, some
What
people
did I
don't do that.
miss?
Yeah, they want to blame everybody, or they want to think that it's somebody else, or they want to play the victim, or it's someone else's fault. But I think if we sort of make a conscious effort to look at ourselves, what am I doing? What shouldn't I do? You want to be clear as to the kind of person you are, because you attract. We've been told opposites attract, but really it's like attract like. And sometimes if things are going on in your life that aren't great, and it's somebody in your life that's doing that, you might find some of the things that they're doing is sort of like you.
That's why you
So you
attracted to
got to
them.
track, yeah. So you got to sort of check that out,
Yeah.
And sometimes that truth is hard to bear.
That's
You
what
see,
people want to avoid. That's why they
yeah,
don't have being around other people,
yeah.
because it's reflection on themselves. Or if they
Mhm.
do something for other, if they do something for someone else, if someone else does something for them, and they're friendly and they accept it, that means they have to return it, and they're not accustomed to doing that.
Right,
They don't want to do anything for you. They really don't.
Now that
right,
that is amazing, but
right,
that's
That,
the truth.
right,
that's why they don't do nothing for nobody else. They
Right.
don't want to do nothing for them, and they don't want to do nothing for you. They're going to, no, I don't
right,
need that.
And
right,
and
Because
that is
right. That's
amazing why
true.
people
Yeah,
why people they avoid you doing something for them because they don't want to do
yeah,
something
exactly.
for you or anybody
right.
else. That's just not their spirit of giving or sharing or
It goes
wanting
back
to.
to a feeling and a belief system based in lack, that there's only so much of something. And
Yeah.
if you've got a lot of it, I must have less.
Hmm.
If I've got less, you got it all. And if I got more, then it's got to come from you. So there's just not enough of the good stuff for everybody.
And that is
That's
so
something.
untrue.
It's
So
so
now you
untrue.
got to take, since you are now uh, a new survivor of the Holocaust. You're just coming into your personality, just coming into your humanness, and
Mhm.
you have to learn all of these values over again. You got to understand this is who you are.
Yeah.
You are just learning how to be a human. You basic stuff you already know because God gave it to you.
Hmm.
And your road back is going to be short, but it's still a long ways because you came a long way. It's going to take less time for you to get there because you know who you are. And once you find out who you are, everything falls into place. You don't have to work on nobody else. You don't have to join the organization. You are the organization.
That's right.
You are the person that people look up to. You are the light of the world. They want to see something, they just have to follow you. And all you got to do is live it.
Yeah.
Live your truth.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
That
once
is
you
so
live
true.
your truth, you don't need any friends. I said one time when I was recently single and didn't have no friends and just got
Not
new.
recently.
No, back then when I was.
Oh, yeah. Get it clear.
I said back when
You
I
said
was
recently.
when I was newly. Okay.
Just
And I didn't have any friends, I got upset and started feeling down on myself. That's when God told me, I've been hanging out with you all the time.
Yeah. What about me?
Yeah. Who you think you've been talking to all these years?
Yeah.
Crying to, begging the kid on, Lord help me, and I always made a way for you. And now you're gonna say you ain't got no friend? I'm insulted. He was highly pissed. And of course, after I heard all that, I had to apologize.
Yeah.
He said, you ain't never alone. I don't care who you are.
That's right.
No, that's true.
You have to have no friends.
And that's a whole another conversation.
Yeah.
Right
It
there.
really
You're
is.
never
It's supposed to
alone.
be a
Never
whole nother because
alone.
we have to start from basic
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And that's something that a lot of people don't realize too, that they're not alone. They think that they need a physical person
Hmm.
to not feel
To not feel alone.
right. So you really, if you
It's your
if you-
connection.
yes, see,
Spiritual.
there is
There's only one.
we
of us.
have an inner
There-
being.
There is only one of us.
There's a you and a you.
There's a-
There's a you
Don't
and a
get deep
you.
on me,
No,
girl.
I'm getting
Don't
ready.
get deep
There's
on
a
me.
you and a you that is one, and that is your inner being.
Yes.
That is the place that you go when out here is not doing what it needs to do for you.
All
Then
right
that's
now.
when you go into the silence.
Yes.
And because the world is the way it is today, and it has always been, you have to find a place to go
That's right.
to get comfort when a human being
It's
can't.
not
There is
there.
a higher power. And that's what we have to stay connected with, because that's what happened to us as human beings. We disconnected from that higher power. And that higher power is housed inside of us.
That was the first
That you
step.
got to
Yes.
make that connection.
You have to get back to that, because that was your original state.
Yes.
And so that's one of the things as well that we have gotten away from, because for various reasons, church and religion and that whole thing. But you have to find time. And I suggest 3 a.m.
That's a good time.
3 a.m. is a good time. Anytime is good, but 3 a.m.
That's a nice song.
Oh,
3
Oh,
a.m. in the morning.
Well, so start right, baby.
All right.
That's a
Start right.
good time.
Start right. So.
I'll have something by tomorrow.
3
I'm gonna tell you
a.m.
right
in the
now.
morning.
There she goes.
That's the time when
That's a great time.
She's talking about meditation.
I
Oh yeah, she
know.
knows that.
I'm very
and-
clear.
And that's
What did you think I thought she was talking about at 3
although
o'clock in the
3
morning?
a.m. is a good time for some other things too. 3 a.m. is a good time. But
Can't stop humans.
yes, you can't stop that human. But what I was saying about 3 a.m. and if you notice, then I suggest you try this time of the day. 3 a.m.
It's
It's
quiet.
quiet. There's not a lot of cars on the street. There's not a lot of birds. Now the birds around my house, they start at 3:45.
Oh,
I am not kidding.
No, it's
Yeah, we hear them.
Oh,
4:45 every morning.
every morning, not at 3:30.
No,
I'm
they wake me up about 4.
I'm telling you, it's amazing.
4
Those
to
birds
4:30.
are up.
Uh-huh.
Chirp, 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 chirp. So you want to get in before them, because they will distract you.
Yes.
But I tell you, if you can just, and you don't have to meditate long,
Mm.
you give yourself a 3 a.m. and you'll find, that next day, as you moving into your day, you will find peace.
Well, that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you know when you speaking with the Holy Spirit or your inner self, you don't have to do it every single day, because then you get to the point where if you forget or you're busy or something, then you start
You're
feeling
feeling
guilty
guilty.
because
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
You don't
Yeah.
And
have
then
to.
why are you? That's right. See, and
It's supposed
actually
to
a
be
prayer
natural.
is as simple as thank you.
Oh, yes.
So, we don't want to get technical
How
about it, but
how do people say thank you?
how often?
Yeah, to you or anybody else when they get something done
Yeah.
for them, say thank
That's
you.
another thing that people should look at.
Yeah.
That's
So I
right.
look at it the way the spirit.
I have a real issue with that.
Yeah, I
Where
look at it the way the
people
spirit
don't.
looks at it.
Mhm.
Spirit says, "All I done for you, you never told me thank you."
Mhm.
So I just say, so instead of going to a long,
Yeah.
speech about
Prayer.
everything, I just say, "Thank you,"
That's right. And
and that
that
covers
is yes,
everything.
it really does. It really
Everything.
does. And then if you need to take your time to thank the creator for everything, the moon, the stars, because if you could just take time to look at that, that's magnificent. And you are magnificent. We are all
Magnificent.
magnificent beings.
Yes.
We are it's just amazing if you would just stop and think. And that's why too sometimes you have a lot of things going on in your life, but if you would just put that stuff aside for a moment and think about the things that you don't have anything to do with, any control, how the sun comes up, the
Yes.
clouds are so beautiful, the blue skies, I mean, if you the birds chirping, if you could just take time, and we don't do that
He
enough.
said, "When the last time you looked up at the sky?"
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's beautiful.
When the
Here,
raindrops
Yeah,
fall.
here
yes.
in the intellectual radio, we get real deep up in here.
Yeah. But that is something that I
Mhm.
have a real issue with is um, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't say thank you enough.
Yeah, but see, you'll send out 35 thank you cards and get one back.
And that's okay because that's my spirit and that's what I love to do. Because I like Pam says, she loves happiness. She
Oh
loves that.
yeah,
Like me, I love to see people happy. So if
yeah.
I can be a part of that, like when
Mhm.
she was opening her birthday gifts
Ah,
that I gave her,
y'all
that
don't
just
know.
melted me
Ah,
because I just love the joy. And then one of the things that I look at too, when you have a person that is so very appreciative. That's what I really and truly I love about our producers, Wanda and Earl. They're so appreciative of the little things. But when you have people that appreciate, that makes the giving and the doing because I am a giver and
yeah.
I love it. I love to surprise people
That's,
and
that's, that's your
you know,
reward.
that's my yeah, because
And
that's
you
what I
would do it
love.
without that because you have. And I fussed at her for doing things for people, and what, you know. But that's the way that she is.
And I
She
love it.
do things,
Yeah,
yeah,
but I love
to
the
give,
joy, and
yeah,
I just love. So you look at it and you say, what is people's problems when they?
yeah,
But it doesn't have to be anything big. It's just gratitude
yeah.
again and appreciation, and why people tend to be so lacking in that area.
People are unhappy. People are
Because
unhappy,
they
Ed.
don't understand. In the near future, we're going to start understanding forces that the greatest forces in the universe are the ones you cannot see.
Mm.
We're stuck in this visual world, with the computers and everything. But the greatest forces and the most powerful forces are the ones you cannot see. Attraction is
Excuse me.
invisible.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mhm.
teach the kids this. They said, "What is attraction?" I said, "You should take two magnets, set them down." I said, "Do you know how to pull it to each other?" I said, "Did you see the force in between that?" He said, "No." I said, "But it was there, wasn't it?" It pulled them together. That's the invisible force in the universe that you need to study.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you say somebody's attracted to me. It
Mm-hmm.
has nothing to do with the way they look.
Mm-hmm.
Their physical being is secondary. Their aura and their spirit goes out in front of them and draws you to them.
That's right.
And you ain't got to go looking for anybody. They will find you because
Mhm.
you cannot break that attraction. It is too powerful. It's what holds the universe together. Gravity holds everything together. Black hole holds everything in the universe.
Yeah.
It's amazing how powerful the things you cannot see. And we're going to learn that sometime in the future about all the different forces that we are unable to see now.
But they're present.
They're present. Their presence will be evident, and you cannot dispute it. But you're not going to be able to see it.
Well, if you constantly talk about it like you're doing now and revealing things, because a lot of times things just don't come to people. I mean,
They don't
you
even
just
think
don't
about
know
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just don't know it. And then when you are aware, when you are conscious of certain things, then in my opinion, it behooves you to express that, to share that,
Yeah.
so that, I mean, whoever get it because it's their time to get it.
Right.
Sometimes somebody won't, and the person that you think should, they may not. But I still think that things that have been given to you, you need to share, and I think that's very profound, because there is a force out here. There's an energy, and there's an energy right now, in the world right now.
Oh, yeah.
But we have to see it as good and very good. We have to. Even when it appears not to be.
We have to view it as that.
View it as good and very good. So we have to find the good in it. I always say everything happens for a reason, and it's all good. Our challenge is finding the good. And if you just take your time, you will find the good, even in a tragedy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because things don't get better unless they change.
And everything
And
changes.
everything.
That's
Like
right.
the song says, everything
Everything.
Must change.
That's
must
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. And that's really that's a good way to view that. That we
don't-
have
don't
to find that.
So that takes away your fear. When you
Yes.
see things changing, should take away your fear.
Mhm.
Things are supposed to change. They're not like they were yesterday and the day before.
Yeah.
This person's not the same person. You shouldn't be the same person.
Right.
20 years from now, 10 years ago, the person you are now, you were not then.
Right.
You should be a different person. You
Absolutely.
should be smarter, calmer, more intelligent, slow to anger. You should recognize your faults. You should ask questions. You should know when to shut up,
That's right.
like you didn't do when you were younger. You should learn this. These are the things you learn as you get older. You should be a different person. And if you're not, you need to check yourself.
Yes. There
And
you go. It
need
goes
to
right back to
question.
that.
You should check yourself.
Yeah.
To the evaluation.
Yeah.
Look, it's
yeah.
January or whatever, February, it's April.
Yeah.
Every April, I take an analysis of myself and see where I am, where I
Right.
want to be, and how did I get here, and who I got in my life that I don't need.
That's right. Woo. And they will show up. The people in your life who you no
Show
longer,
up.
and especially if you have put in a prayer. Oh, that's coming to me right now. Oh my goodness. If you have said, I release anyone or anything that is now in my life, not there for my highest good. Oh my goodness. Then you start watching the people that are disappearing. You start watching things that are happening, and then they're no longer
They're not
relevant
so-
in your life,
Yeah.
in your world, and in your affairs. You sort of have to be careful about that,
Yeah.
you know. But everything happens as it should, and it's all good. So you want to be mindful. You want to be mindful of that.
If you wonder why people have
Come in and come out.
yeah, you have to.
Because, like Derek Cole says, the comedian, he says, on your road of life, you're going to meet some people.
Mhm.
And if they're really, really good to you,
Mhm.
you say, you are cool. And then you stay with that person when you should move on. And say, you know what? You good and I like you. I'll be back.
And don't come back.
You got
And
got to
leave. Because they mentioned the
served
point in
their
your
purpose.
life.
And
when
if they
you-
good,
No,
though,
I
come
don't
on,
care.
if they good.
You on your road of life, you had to pass that person up.
They've
and
served
keep
their
going.
purpose.
If
And
they
say,
good,
look, I'll be back.
if they
You
good.
can come back,
I
but don't
know.
stop. Keep on moving.
Oh,
If they follow you, fine. If they don't, well, that's where it is.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Life does not stop for anybody.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. And if you don't agree with me, you don't like what I'm doing, whatever, I don't
Not on
mind
me.
saying goodbye.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not on
You
me.
take care.
Mhm.
I'll see you later on. God got thousands of people waiting on me
Yeah.
to be my friend and whatever and help me do what I want to do. But if you're going to try to hold me back and all you can do is backstab and bite and
Oh, right,
and
absolutely.
complain and everything else, you got to go.
Yeah. But now you said if they're good.
I said, hang out and say, look, I'll be back. Stay right
But
there.
I think if somebody is good, you want them in your life.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah,
keep
but they
them.
might not be willing to go. They want to take you within where they
But
are
if
right
they're
now.
good, but
They
what constitutes them being good? What constituted being
Are they
good that they're in
riding
your
with
life?
you?
Yeah. So if someone is riding with you, if you are now,
Take them with you. But if they want to stay here,
Oh, I see what I see what
you're
what
in a
you're
level
saying.
of life where you got to pass on. You got to keep
Got you,
going.
got you.
They right here. They say, "Oh, you good, but I see you later."
Okay, because they're not elevating.
They're not elevating.
Yeah, they're just
And
staying
most
the
people in your
same.
life like you where you are. And if you don't believe me, try moving up.
Yeah,
They will leave you alone
yeah.
and
Well,
stop
spiritually, so
and talk
it
about
has
you
to because
and
you
talk
got to
about
keep it moving.
and talk about you like a dog.
well, is that what happens when you're in a marriage? Now, I don't know because I'm not in a marriage, but is that what happens in a marriage when
Fellas,
people?
you heard that? She's not in the marriage.
No, I'm not. If when two people, you know, one outgrows the other, then what do you do about that?
Leave.
You have to walk. You have to move on.
Oh,
Leave.
okay.
People are afraid of leaving.
Mhm.
People will give up and stay.
Mhm.
Those
For
are
the
the
sake of
cowards.
staying.
I like that.
Tho-
Give up and stay. Mhm.
Those are the cowards.
Yeah,
The
Okay.
brave people give up and leave
yeah,
Mhm.
because they got the guts to do it.
yeah.
But if they don't have the guts, they'll
Well,
stay.
I don't say that they necessarily give up. They just make that decision.
Give up.
Now, why do you say give up? They
Because
just
some
make the
things that they
decision to
had on
move
their
on
mind,
because
they decided
it's
not to do it.
okay.
They had made dreams, they had and they capitulated and decided not to do it for this other person's sake.
Mhm.
They gave up on what they wanted to do and decided to do what somebody else wanted to do. And then 20 years later, they pissed
Yeah,
Oh,
because
Yeah.
they should have did what they wanted to do.
absolutely.
And now they mad at themselves. Then they start blaming other people.
Right.
Start pointing fingers at everybody else in their life that did something to them and stop them from keeping their dreams alive.
Yeah,
No, you didn't. You did it.
yeah,
You made the
That's
conscious
true. You made
decision
the-
to stay there.
yeah,
But I did it for so and so. I did it for my mother. I did it for my father. No, you did it for you. Well, I was looking out for so and so. No, you looking out for you because you didn't want to make the effort. You had a fear of failure. Like I tell my grandkids, you want to succeed in life, fail some more.
yeah. Because only way you can win to know what winning is to fail.
Right? Because you got that means that failing means you keep trying.
That's right. It's the closest to you winning.
So keep
You fail and keep it moving.
Keep on trying. Fail, fail, fail. Keep on doing it.
Fail, fail, fail. Well, we're here at Intellectual Radio, and my, how the time goes by. Wow, time goes by so fast. But, Pam, we just love you.
I appreciate it. I feel the
You're going to
love
have to
all
come,
the time.
and we're going to want you to come at least once a month and join us with
Well,
our
that
The people
would be
need to
good.
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah, because she always has such good conversation, always such good things to say. And another thing too that we're excited about, we're having Bishop Carlton Pearson
Oh,
back.
he's back. Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming back. So we're really excited about that. And then we have part 2 of the Bobbits with the money
Oh,
coming back,
yeah,
talking
right.
about the
Finance-
money
finance.
and finances and
Oh, that's
how to
good.
Get your money right.
yeah, get your
Yeah,
money
that's
right.
good.
That's the way to roll with that. So we got some great topics. We've got a couple of people gonna come in and talk about music, and that's a great conversation that we're going to talk about. We'll have you to talk about too. Is your idea and your writing, how you come about your thoughts on music, because you are a music lover, and that's
Oh, yeah.
evident. And so we got some great subjects and all that we're going to discuss and talk about because that's what it's all about. We always love having this platform where we can share, be open, be honest about
Right.
things. And that's what's so great about intellectual radio. I'm so glad to be a part of this group because, and they have such great podcasts to give a whole lot of always some great information. So it's just such a good opportunity to be a part of intellectual radio.
I appreciate it too because I've this has given me a good idea for my show that I'm launching.
Yes.
Sip, Talk, Grow.
Yes.
We sip a little wine,
Yeah.
talk with purpose,
Yeah.
and grow to excellence.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, it's very important important to say what it is that needs to be said.
Yes.
We have to share the love,
Yes.
and that's one of the things I know some artists was saying that they want to bring back love, but we have to be advocates for that.
Yeah.
Because like we were saying earlier, the world is in such a crazy way that those of us that understand the power of love and the good of love and the awesomeness of love, we have to
Promote
share
it
that.
and share it.
Right. And we have to actually live that
Yes.
so that people can see the benefit of it.
Yes.
Well, see, people they get the impression
Yeah.
that love is weak. Love
Mm.
is timid.
Mm.
Love is
Little do they know.
Love is a warrior. Love don't take nothing off nobody.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna have all the children who are survivors of the Holocaust and get themselves together because they're gonna have to take over, and we're gonna bring back the world. We're gonna make the world great again.
Oh,
Matter of fact,
now you sound like Dr. Trump.
Yeah, we're gonna make the world great again.
Well, all you have to do is to be good to you and let your light shine.
Y'all hear that?
That's all you have to do. You don't have to concern yourself with making other people be the way that you want them to be. You just be the best you that you could be and watch
What happens? I
How
love
she
that.
gets so pretty and so smart in such a short period of time.
Oh no, I had a birthday. My birthday was June the 1st, and I had a birthday. I'm not gonna tell you all how old I am. but
Why? You should
anyway,
be proud.
woo,
Lord.
I tell you all the time, you're supposed to
Baby,
be
baby.
proud.
no, what they say?
Baby,
bye.
bye.
It's beautiful.
Well, we're also too. We have some young people there that I'm putting together. About 3 young people that I'm really, really excited about this. That they are going to come and talk with us and let us know why they have made the decision not to do drugs.
Oh, that's
And that is going to
wonderful.
be, yes, that is going to be a great show because we're going to be talking about my book.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
great.
yeah.
Highly intelligent team.
Yes.
that's
yes. Some
great.
teams that say,
That's going to be a good show.
what's to that? Why should we do
Yeah,
that?
Yeah.
And the reason why they chose or choose not to.
Yeah,
So I'm very, very
these young
excited
people
about
will
that.
blow your
And
mind.
one of them is my great grandson.
Oh.
Yeah, Jihad. So we
Oh,
talked
And
about
how old
it.
is he?
He just made 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
that's wonderful.
homebodied, really, really nice young man. And I'm
Smart,
very smart too.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So we again are here every Tuesday at from 6 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
And here at Intellectual Radio, where this is our home of talk, share, love, and all that good stuff. And here's the life with Zemrah and Ed. So we hope you got something out of our show this evening. We always strive to make sure that we come with a subject that you can relate to, that you can find some good in, and be able to share this. Share this evening's talk with a friend, a family member, and hope we said something that spoke to the heart, the soul, and to the mind, and that you can, food for thought is always great.
Yes.
So we hope you enjoyed our segment this evening. And Ed,
I like to tell Wanda and Earl, I want to thank them for providing a place where I can be myself again.
you stay tuned for the next show that's coming up, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Thanks for joining us.
You can make your dreams come true. If you know just what to do, you just think. Love is possible when you believe.